It's on.
So you're on live now? Okay, let me find this. I can read.
Hello there and Merry Christmas.
There we are.
Okay, anyways. Hi, everybody. I'm Tiffany. Welcome to my quilting life. Today is a Christmas Day special with my special friend guest here. That is Eric from Treasure Heart Creations.
Hello, hello, hello.
Yep, it's a new thing. Christmas at Tiffany's.
Christmas at Tiffany's.
Instead of breakfast at Tiffany's, it's Christmas at Tiffany's. So today we thought we'd come on and just, Scott, with you typing on there, all you're doing is shaking the camera. Today we thought we'd come on, and I didn't want to sew or break out a ton of machines. I actually just wanted to hang out with Eric. And for the first time ever on my channel, we're going to play with balls. Sorry. Styrofoam balls. He is going to teach me, we're not really teaching you, but he's going to teach me how to make a styrofoam ornament, because for the last few years, I've been watching him do it. And I'm like, so he's doing this? No, he's doing that. And I never got it. And now I'm going to get it. But I'm only going to
realize how easy it is.
I'm only ever going to make one. That's it today.
Say hi, everybody.
With you guys. So let's see who we have here hanging out for Christmas. We got Linda, Auntie Elle. We got Amy, Diane, Kim, Mary, Nikki, Cheryl, Debbie, Teresa, Lori, Glenda, Donna, Ellen, Ruth, Laura, Kay, Katie, Teresa, Leslie, Grace, and just jumping in there with so many, many, many more. You guys, you're so awesome to come hang out with us on Christmas. Yes, so we're full, especially me, because I ate enchiladas, and enchiladas are like super.
So good.
I mean, we even had a pan problem today. First time ever. Scott comes running outside. Tiff, I need you in the house. Something's wrong. Something's going on in here. The oven's smoking really bad. The green sauce caught one of the pans like on fire or something in the oven, because there's a big black spot. And then the enchiladas got burnt on the bottom. So we were at dinner time saying, does anybody want burnt enchilada or non-burnt enchilada?
The burnt ones were better.
They were.
The burnt green sauce actually tastes really good, surprisingly. So, yeah, we had the slightest little, boo-boo. I don't know how it happened. It was probably because we put the oven on too high. I was trying to hurry up and cook, so I put the oven higher, but I don't think it really was supposed to be that way. But anyway, so yeah, we had so much fun so far. We had so much fun, and we thought we'd come here and play with balls.
We've been joking about that all day.
Yeah, it's been the talk. The kids are like, "What are you talking about, Mom?" It's like, we're gonna use styrofoam balls and make ornaments. So Eric's gonna show me how, and you guys are just gonna witness me do something I've never done before, and I probably will never do again.
You'll be making these every year.
All right, so what do we do, Mr. Eric?
Okay, so we got a bunch of 2.5-inch squares. Tiffy kind of just raided her stash and pulled out whatever color she wanted to. So we're gonna go with the red,
white, and green.
Well, we got different color.
I got some grunge and red with pink,
and
grunge with gray and red, and grunge with brown with red.
And then we got whatever this is.
Yeah, a Christmas tree fabric,
Christmas
which I think
tree
I'm going to
fabric.
use that one instead.
And then I brought some of this red, which is a brighter color red, but looks, well, cheap fabric.
And then some
And
green.
then we got some green. And then we got different white prints here.
Tone on tone.
Tone on
This one's
tone.
the tone on tone. You said you wanted to use that one. And this one's regular white, and this one's super
What size
white.
are those balls?
These are, I don't know.
3-inch styrofoam balls. You can go bigger. You can go smaller, but the smaller you go, the harder it is.
But I'm going to tell you guys right now, for a more close-up tutorial on making these styrofoam balls, you need to go and visit Eric's channel. Scott will put a link in there so that you guys can head over to his channel and subscribe. He just did, what, 3 weeks ago you did quite a few?
I lost
Because
count.
last
3
week you were
yeah,
doing a different kind of styrofoam ball, but the week before you did the star one, right?
right,
Yeah, okay.
somewhere.
So he has quite a few videos of the styrofoam balls, videos on how to do these ornaments.
And I do believe there's still like a 1.5 hour tutorial.
Yeah,
on
and he
doing
has
it,
a
so.
tutorial on it too. So if you guys want to even closer, I will never do a tutorial on these. We are just teaching Tiffy new tricks with pokey things that I never even used to sew with. So let's have fun. What do we do?
Okay, so 2.5-inch squares. Normally I use 3-inch, but since we got 2.5-inch, we're gonna just go with that. There's not really much of a difference between the two sizes because you're still folding it the same technique. I do know that the 2.5, if you use a 2.5-inch square, you're dealing with less bulk, and that'll make sense when you start pinning it, especially on that last layer. Because you got to imagine you're going through in some spots almost 16 layers of fabric because you're folding it so much.
Okay.
So 2.5-inch squares. 3-inch is easier, but again, you are dealing with the extra bulk, even if it's just 1/2 inch. So it does make a big difference. But you know, it's the same technique. You got your 3-inch styrofoam ball. You have the middle, which people often call the equator.
Okay.
So then on one end, you see the marking.
Yeah, this
There's
thing.
yeah, that's the very top. So that's one of your poles. So I'll call that the North Pole.
And the other side
And
is
then
the
the
south
bottom
pole.
is the South
Okay.
Pole. Okay.
What we're gonna do with the squares now.
So with the squares, what I like to, if you're good at just eyeballing stuff, you can just go ahead and take one of these are dressmaker pins that are these 1.5.
So you prefer pins over super gluing?
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
Okay,
that's one
so
of the
it's gonna
questions.
get pinned in with these little tiny pins.
So these are 1-inch pins. You can use at least a 1-inch. If you got a 1.5, that's a little better.
And you also need a thumb
And a
thing.
thimble.
Yeah, that's the
Yep.
word.
Okay, so if you're good at just eyeballing it, you can just place the pin right in the center. But I tend to find the
I've seen you
center
do that on the video.
by folding it in half, and then you fold it in half the other way.
And get that like crease.
Yeah.
Right where the center is. I've seen you do it on a video.
Okay. Then when you place your pin, you're
Is it
not gonna
exactly in the center.
not dead center, but just like slightly below, just because you want to accommodate the pin head
Okay. Into the gap or on a line.
on a line.
Okay. So on a line that I created just below
Just below it.
it. Okay. Once it's
Okay.
in there, what do we do?
Fold it back in half. Now, if you do end up pinning it dead center, not to worry. You're just going to have like a little offset at the bottom.
Okay. Got
Fold
my
them
little
in
pin
half.
out.
Okay. Then you're going to take the pin, insert it kind of not dead center, but a little bit offset because you have 4 points going in all in the same spot. So you do want to leave a little wiggle room so that you're
Like
not
there?
overlapping. Yeah.
And push it all the way.
Yep. So this is where the thimble comes in
Okay.
handy. Okay. Now you take the folded corner,
Mhm.
fold it down to the center.
What if my square got cockeyed?
Then you can square it back up there.
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
And then you can take another pin and you place it right in that corner.
Exactly on it.
Yep. Okay.
Okay.
And take the other corner, you're gonna fold it down. So you got like a triangle going on.
Put them side by side.
I don't like styrofoam.
Oh,
I don't have
Sorry.
any fingernails on
Wow.
the shelf.
Put
You
some-
can hear that?
Yes, it is killing me.
put some earplugs in.
You know, people don't like fingernails on chalkboards. I don't like that styrofoam. I don't get styrofoam egg cartons. I don't like that. It's like driving my ears nuts.
All right.
Okay.
They
Then
squeak.
you'll take 2 more pins, put them in the
Outer
corners,
sides.
on the outer corners, but don't push the pins in all the way just yet.
Oh, okay.
Just kind of
Just
let them
like
stick out.
stick out like this.
Can we
Yep.
move the camera closer to the balls?
Yep, we'll do it on camera thing in 2 seconds. All right.
Okay.
We're gonna come close now. Here we go. Camera's moving, guys. You're just gonna see our hands now. Oops. Okay. Is that good right there? Probably need it just a little bit higher. There we go. All right. Now what do we do?
Okay, so we take the next square
Oh, so I need another one?
and you do the same thing.
Wouldn't it be easier to like press the fabric at the ironing board or something prior to or
yeah.
something?
In fact, whenever I make these, I just grab a stack of squares and fold it and clothespin it just so that it holds. And then when I'm ready to actually start forming it on the styrofoam ball, that's when I start folding or kind of doing all of this. But most of the time whenever I'm doing ornaments, I just have it all pre-folded.
Okay, so now
you're gonna go, I usually do this in opposites. So I have my first one here. I'm gonna go to the opposite side.
so right here.
Yep. And you're gonna pin it just right next to that point. As close as you can without overlapping it.
Well, that's what I'm trying to do without overlapping, right?
Yep.
There. Push it all the way in?
Push it all the way in. Yep.
All right.
Okay. Then from here, you're just repeating. So you're going to fold the corner down, but when you fold it down, you want to make sure that the seams line up right across. So that's good.
Not really. Let's see. Let's fold this side down and look. Does that look straight to you?
Yep.
All right. Can I just hold them both at the same time?
Mm-hmm.
And then just move my thumb and do one, and then my thumb and do the second?
Yep. Now, some people are actually, for that center point, what you can do, if you want to save on these pins, you can kind of cheat your way and just do one pin, but then kind of overlap it down.
What do you do for people with long fingernails? This is so hard. I like my nails long, though. And then what do I maybe put these same two on here, but leave them sticking out again?
Yep.
I don't like this center right here. Can I like undo it and put it back in?
Yep.
While everything's already in there. Look at this. Oh, it came out of the hole.
Oh.
It went through my fabric all the way. Is that a bad thing?
Yeah. So when that happens, what I usually do is just
Pop all this off.
pop all of it off.
Start over. So mine went through the hole, or went through the fabric, the whole pin.
And that'll happen.
Maybe I should go this way more. There we go. What do you do when the wants to go a different direction in the ball, though? That's the problem.
I just force it down.
All right. That looks better. That looks straight right there.
There, it might be easier to just grab it from the container.
Stick the pins in a pin cushion first, then you can grab them out of it. Easier.
Yeah, it's fine. I can get it out of this thing.
Okay, let's split cushions.
Actually, what sometimes I do is I just use the styrofoam ball as a pin cushion and just leave it like that and grab them as I need it.
Oh, okay. That's working from the container for me. Remember, this is the first time I'm ever doing this. I have no idea what the heck I'm doing. And then I put these two end ones in and just let it sit there, right?
Let it sit there first.
Get right there. There we go. Okay, next.
So same thing. At this point, you're just repeating yourself.
over and over again
Over and
until we
over
make like
again.
a diamond, right? Or
Yeah.
not a diamond, a star or whatever. Okay. Learning something new. I can't believe I'm not sewing.
Does it feel weird?
Yes, it's definitely weird. All right, so now I go right here.
So when you place this one, okay, you're going to do the same thing. You're going to try and get it as close to the points in the center as you can. But you also, if you lay it straight across, you want to make sure that it kind of is parallel to that seam that you did going across. So
that looks even to me.
okay, then you can fold it down. And this is where it gets tricky because as you fold it down, sometimes the white between the two triangles will get exposed.
Mine's not.
Okay, so yours is good. Sometimes mine's.
Plus, I'm using white, so maybe that's why I can't
Yeah,
tell.
that's actually a good idea. So, what I know some people do is they actually put a square flat first, and then they start doing all of what we're doing now.
What happens if this overlaps?
Okay, so that's fine. That's why you left the pin, so you can take it out
and put it on top of the two?
Yep.
Okay, so I'll put the center one in.
Okay. So because we got something flattened and we're trying to smooth it out on something round, you're going to get this overlap in the corners here. And that's where having those pins kind of halfway out, you can pull it out a lot easier and just let it overlap. And then you can take those pins and just secure both or all the layers of fabric down. There you go.
And then push it in?
Yep.
Or wait?
Push it all the way in.
Because this one's going to overlap also.
Okay. And then in some cases, you might not have enough to overlap, but no problem. Just stick 2 pins in there in that one section. That's not an issue. Did I just drop it? No, there it is. So like in this corner, I don't have it overlapping quite enough, so I'm just going to stick 2 pins in this one little section there.
Okay. Okay, I get it. And then I'm just going to repeat now, right? Yeah. It's actually driving my finger nuts to wear the thimble on my finger, so I have to do it with it off and just tap it in. All right, so I'm just going to fold it again. Look at this. I'm learning.
I'm way off. Why am I way off on this one? That's because...
Merry Christmas to all of you who are joining, by the way. Thank you for spending your Christmas here with us. Eric and I and Scott are having lots of fun. The family was here. They all left. We had a good time.
Boy, did we have a good time.
Heck yeah. We always have fun, though.
We always have fun, though.
Yes, lots of fun. Lots of food. Fun and food. That's the name of the game. Oh, look at this one. Didn't overlap. All right. What happens like if it's puckering? Is that okay?
That's fine, because it's all going to get covered right there anyway.
I'm gonna use the super glue if they don't like styrofoam.
Yeah, use super glue if you don't like styrofoam.
'Cause this is
It's
me
driving
absolutely
Scotty's
bananas.
ears nuts. He's the styrofoam to him is a chalkboard scratch. Or whatever those weird sounds are.
Yeah, weird sounds that people don't like.
You don't have to sit in here.
I'm gonna leave soon.
Yeah, you can leave the ornaments. We're just doing this.
Like
You can just leave the laptop here for us
Why would I do that?
so that we can read it.
I can't. I can do my job anywhere in the house.
Well, how are you supposed to yell it to us?
Huh?
I don't want to yell back out you. All right, what do we do
Why
now?
would you
Okay.
yell back at me? You just answer the question.
So second layer, this is where you get to
Don't
choose
forget
whichever
that.
color you want.
I'm doing this.
So you do
Red.
Okay.
Yeah.
So same thing. What's different about the second layer though is just the placement of it.
So I'm gonna still fold all these.
So you're gonna still fold it.
Hold on, just that little bit counts as one layer. You don't have to cover the whole ball.
Nope.
Oh.
Well,
Okay.
Well, yeah, we're covering
the whole ball,
but
this is just
one
there's
layer at a
gonna
time.
be 3 layers of it.
Okay.
All right, I'm just gonna pre-fold a bunch of these.
That's a good idea.
Because that way I can go through it. How many? So you get 4 on this side, 4 on this side of your center, and then 8 and 8 is 16, and then
And
what
then
is
the
it? Another
third layer,
16.
another 8.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's a total, I think, of 32.
32 squares. 8 of whatever your middle color is, 16 total of your middle layer, and 16 total of your next layer.
Layer, yep.
I think it'll be easier to have these folded. I'm not even counting. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. You said 8 per side, right?
Yeah.
So that makes 16. Okay. You guys should be proud of me. Trying something new. Not something Tiffany does.
The Grinch is making a Christmas ornament. How amazing
Yeah.
is that?
Yeah. Oh, speaking of
the Grinch.
So Thumper bought me a Christmas gift, and I found it under my tree. Do you guys want to see what Thumper got me for Christmas? Because my
Stumping the
kitty
Grinch. How's
is
that speaking?
no, I'm the Grinch. He
Yeah.
got me, the Grinchy lady of the house, a Christmas
Okay.
gift,
Yeah, Thumper's not the
which
Grinch.
is under my tree. Let me grab it real quick right here. Thumper's gift to mommy has a little
Aw.
note first that says, to mommy, Thumper, from Thumper, daddy's gift is in the litter box. And it's a little meowy Christmas candy bar from the cat. Yep. And then Scotty, because I just love my brownies,
I
got
didn't get you
me
those.
Santa. Okay, Santa, the bald one that sits
The
next to
bald
me.
one.
The bald Santa got me brownies. Even though we said no gifts, but Santa and Thumper are okay to buy gifts, I guess. All right, I think I folded all these.
Okay, so
All
this
right.
is how I usually have it. I have it all pre-folded and clipped. And then when I'm ready to start making the ornaments, I just go
Wait, well,
for
I
it.
have. Is that where the clip came from?
Yeah.
Yep. I was gonna say I have quite a few of these things. That works. That's a smart idea. See, use thinking. Well, I don't care about that right now, though. That's taking too much time. Let's just stick these needles in here. So I'm just gonna. You said still sticking it away from the center, though, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
Can I just
Then-
pre-put all my needles in here too?
You could.
Would that make it easier? Because I think it would. I'm just gonna pre-put all these needles in here because I am one of those kind of people that just kind of do everything. Oops, that's not really. You said it has to have room for the head of the needle. This keeps me from poking myself, honestly, more times than I need to. Ooh, this one's going right there on the Christmas tree. Oh, that. Ow, that one actually went in my other finger, though. I'm scared of pins. The faster I can use them, the better. These things torture me. I told you about the time I was long arming and the needle went into my stomach and out my stomach, and my stomach was stuck to the
my gosh.
bar. Scott was like, "What the hell happened to you?" I was like, "I got pinned." I literally got stuck to my own long arm machine because of I used to pin.
You pinned yourself. Then.
Yeah. All right, now it's in here. What do I do now?
Okay, so same thing. It's just that when you're going to start the second layer. Now, I usually go anywhere from a quarter to a half an inch. This is about a half an inch. And,
so a fingernail down?
Yeah. So I use my finger and just kind of measure it.
Where did you go?
So where I put it
in the sides or in the center?
Right in the center seam, right?
So
like
when the
right
two come together on the inner side. Yeah. Okay.
Are you making a rectangle, then a triangle?
Yeah.
Is this good enough right here? Right there?
I thought you were asking. That's from them.
I'm reading the questions.
So
is that no? That looks too close, huh? Yours looks farther than that. Okay, hold on. We're gonna come down one notch. Right there. I can judge by eye once I get one.
Okay, so that's one way to do it. So
is that good right there?
Yeah. So when you're laying it down, of course, you want to make sure that it's kind of.
Where did I put that pushy thing? There we go.
That your fold runs kind of parallel to this
previous fold.
Yeah. And then when you fold your corners down, make sure that it lines up with this.
The previous fold. Yeah. So you're always previous everything.
Yep.
To the previous notch.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. And then I'm still going to put those two hanging ones on the sides?
Yep, in the corner, but this time push it all the way in.
Oh. What if it's on top of another one? Will it end up on top of another one?
Yeah, mine kind of did.
Okay. Yeah, Scotty, you should have leave the room. Scott is over there trying to like keep his ears, the cringing sound. Maybe if we talk loud, do you hear it when we're talking really loud over it?
If it makes the squeak, I hear it no matter what. It's the sound. It doesn't matter if you're talking over it.
So I'm going to just opposite side again now?
Yeah, so the opposite
same
side.
Distance?
Same distance.
Right there.
Oh, sorry, I heard that one too.
I need to go a little tiny bit further down.
I need to pull it up. Now, if you're one of those that need to have it exact,
just take your ruler
take your ruler, yeah.
Well, this one is 1, 2, 3/8, and this one is 3/8. So mine is good at 3/8 away.
Why does mine seem so off?
I don't know. How's it off? What do you mean?
That's good.
It's because you're here actually doing it with someone instead of by yourself on a live stream.
No, really. So let's talk fabric selection for a minute, because notice that we're not using any fabrics with big prints.
So you can't use big print fabrics?
You can. Just know that because you're folding it and you're covering it, eventually, like when we get this ornament finally done, of this red fabric, you're only probably going to see like maybe that sliver of it. So if you have a big print, it's not really going to matter much because you won't see the big print.
So more solids and blenders.
Yeah.
Okay. So grunge.
That'll work.
Grunge fabrics.
Yeah.
Or marble fabrics or things like that.
But see, this print works because
They're tiny.
It's tiny.
So you can see a half of a star here. Yeah. You'll see a tree.
So
okay.
When I first started making these, I thought, oh, I can use this fabric, and it was a big print, but you end up not even seeing what the print is anyway.
So once you get these two, do you go to this side first and this side, or do you go to this next one right here and make your way around?
So you go to these two sides here.
Okay. So you would go up and down next. Okay, well, it's about the same. I'm calling it even if it is, because I'm not a perfectionist on this kind of stuff. Oh, look at that. Okay, this is looking really cool.
See how easy it is?
It actually is easy.
See, she said it, guys.
It's easy.
She said it.
I thought it was going to be hard.
No.
I just thought like all the pushing these pins and all the moving and adjusting and trying to make sure this is this and that is that. I don't know. You made it look harder.
No.
Everyone tells us on videos that you make it look so easy, right? But when we're making our own, it's like, what the heck? Because we both do it. And I'm like, that looks so hard. What the hell is, and Becky even did one before. And I was like, what the hell is she doing? I could not figure it out. I was like, okay, whatever. I give up. I'll never do those. And now look at me. All right.
It just takes a lot of time is what it is.
So this is a time-consuming project.
So this is one of those things, like if I'm catching the bus to work.
Okay, what happens here, though? I have this. Is that going to get covered?
Yep.
The other pin?
Because you're going to be putting another triangle here.
Oh, okay. Look at that. It's starting to look like something. All right, so now I go to this side. Measure that same about 3/8 of an inch for me. That's about what I'm doing. And if you don't, it's just whatever, right? It doesn't really matter, honestly. As long as it finishes the same on both sides, right?
Yeah.
And comes to the center circly thing,
Yep.
the equator. What happens when the fabrics keep coming out like this? One is bigger than the other. You see that? Like they weren't folded right or something, maybe, or I don't know.
That's not really going to matter because
It's
even
hidden
on mine,
by another one, another layer.
Because like even here, I'm not even going to worry about it because we're going to be covering that anyway.
Okay.
So, and even as you cut your fabrics, if they're not perfectly like we're using 2.5, as long as they're in the ballpark, you'll be fine.
Scotty, can you get me a water? Do you want water?
I got one.
You want juice?
Yeah, actually give me some my
Grape juice? Sounds good.
well, I really didn't want that, but sure. No. I'll just have the Kool-Aid. I guess nobody
She's
wanted.
drinking that Kool-Aid.
I guess I'm gonna just Kool-Aid it up.
No, I'm good.
Sorry if it sounds like we're yelling, guys, but the camera is literally right next to us. And we also can't see any comments because Scott can't stand these styrofoam balls. So we didn't bring in an extra computer in here with us. I totally didn't even think about that. I didn't realize the styrofoam balls were going to be.
Let me pull it up. See if I can pull it up.
Just make sure to turn your volume down. This looks cool just like that. Can't you just do them like this and
You
then do the
could.
next row right here or something?
Yep. So this is where people's creativity kind of comes into play because some people just leave it like how we got it right now.
Mm-hmm.
And then flip it. I don't know how small that is.
I have a little. You can keep talking to the audience real quick.
So, this
Where?
is what we
What?
got
What are you grabbing?
thus far.
Why do you need to go?
And it's kind of, this is actually a typical, they call this the cross, in which you could just continue on with this design by adding more triangles here,
This?
here, and then on D4
Why do you
here.
need that?
So we can read the comments.
I'd read to everyone.
Just in case we missed something.
Okay. So if I just keep layering my triangles right on top of each other going forward.
Oh,
at
that's going
this
to make
point,
it really thick though, right?
Yeah. So, but this style is what they call the cross because you can kind of see
Yeah.
there. Now, if we're going to make the star, which is what we're going to do, now we're going to layer same thing, the same folds, but we're going to layer it in between
The
the
next
two.
fold. So this one right here.
Yep. So
down or further down, further up? How does
so
it go?
you want to pin it at the same level. So what I usually do is I'll make sure that when I got it pinned down, I check
Right
it.
here.
Yeah. I check it. If I fold it across, is it matched the other two?
Oh yeah, perfectly.
Yep.
Look at that.
Then you got it.
And then do the same folding thing, right?
Yep. So fold it, and then you're looking at this.
This seam
Yep.
first. Okay.
Okay.
Merry Christmas, everybody that's joining Eric and I. Not sewing project. Tiffany's not speeding on the Juki today.
But this is a quilting project.
It's
So
a
they called it-
fabric project.
They call this the quilted ornament.
Really?
Yeah.
I
That's the
didn't,
name of it, really?
Yeah.
even though it's not quilted, huh?
Even though it's not actually quilted, but it just looks like it
I just
kind of
did
is.
fabric ornament, honestly. You really do need a pusher thingy.
Yep.
Because it gets harder and harder, each one of these that
Yeah.
I've done now. So now I still tack them down. What about this white? Is that going to get covered?
That's going to get covered.
Okay. Okay. What I was talking about here, you guys, if you could see, you can see the white fabric down there. Is that where 3-inch squares come in handy?
Yeah. It will cover a lot more of the surface area. Oh, you know what? We need a 4-inch strip. That's right.
A 4-inch strip of what?
Of fabric.
4.
The belly band. to
Can we
go
use
around.
ribbon?
Yeah.
I have ribbon, remember? I
Okay.
have a whole drawer of it.
Yep. So
They definitely need like a stand to put them in, you know?
yeah.
Because it literally is so top heavy now when you're on one side only. That looks even. Yeah, that's even.
So guys, I called my mom to wish her a Merry Christmas, and she kept complaining about how cold it is in Hawaii. And I asked her, how cold is it? She said, it's 85.
Wow. That's cold. How many pins do you use and do they stay in?
Let's see. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pins per triangle, and we're just pinning them in directly into the styrofoam. So they do stay in actually, and because we're overlapping it with so much fabric and so many layers on it, that it doesn't really come out unless you forcefully pull it out.
I think the pins that I have, remember I said I had pins, I think they're a little bit longer than this.
Yeah.
So you can use longer ones.
You can use longer ones.
Okay. If I ever did this again in the future. But I don't really want to go to the store and buy balls because I don't need any balls. Sorry. It's not bad to say that. I have
It's just
my little
funny.
funny these styrofoam balls just make me giggle. I don't know
We're
why.
not getting any of those in our house. No styrofoam.
Ooh, this design looks cool too. Look at that.
Yep. So,
That would be cool. Just leave it like that and then do the next layer.
mhm. So this is where you can just get creative with whatever you want to do. I've seen people make heart designs out of this.
Really? Heart, huh?
Are the pins just for styrofoam?
No, you can use these pins for anything. These are
Actually
aren't these dress
dressmaker-
pins? Yeah.
These are dressmaker pins. Oh, I can hear Thumper purring real bad.
Yeah, he gets like his purring gets loud. He has a loud purr.
Daddy. If he gets loving, say it loud.
Oh my goodness!
What size
I think
is the
that's on a
square?
pin. Why is it not going in there?
So these are 2.5-inch squares. You can go up. I've used 3-inch squares. Somewhere around in that ballpark is kind of your sweet spot. But you do have to, these are also 3-inch styrofoam balls. So adjust the size of your square according to the size of your styrofoam ball. So if this were, say, for example, a 6-inch styrofoam ball, then I would probably use maybe a 4 to 5-inch square. But if you go, because I know there is a 1.5-inch styrofoam ball, in which then you're probably looking at a 1.5-inch square or a 1-inch square.
How long are the straight pins?
They're 1-inch pins.
They're 1-inch pins.
But they do make 1.5-inch pins because I'm pretty sure that's the size I have. Because I was getting them to put my fabric on my bolts with. I was using them to hold it in, but then I realized when I used to sew in the garage, they rust in the garage.
Yep.
Because there's humidity, hotness, and nastiness out there. They get nasty in the garage. Ooh, look at this one. Look at that. That would be cool, just leaving it like that. Look
Have
at
you
that.
ever made a butterfly on an ornament, Eric?
I have not. I'm still. I would actually need to learn how to do that particular design.
That would be cool, though, a butterfly.
Yeah. Because from the looks of it, it's almost like paper piecing.
Really?
Yeah.
Now, what happens when it's fully like that? Should I just repin it? Because the pin is totally not center.
Is there a reason you're using pins instead of hot glue?
It's easier to work with the pins rather than the hot glue. The hot glue can tend to melt the styrofoam.
Interesting. Well, even if it was a hot glue gun project, I have 3 hot glue guns, so we would have been good on that mark. Why does Tiffy own 3 hot glue guns? Well, because every now and then I have to use them.
To cheat your binding?
No, I've never actually done that.
Oh, really?
I've never glued binding.
Because she won't let me get rid of them.
No, I just used them with Gabby, so it was a good thing I had them when we did the things for her wedding.
The correct answer, Eric, is because she won't let me get rid of them.
Hey, hot glue has saved me so many times. Especially when you want to cheat something on quilting.
All right, here we go. My ball is looking like ball with decorations. Finally looks like something. Oh, that one hurt. Still can't believe I have been sewing and quilting all this time and I've never stopped to do this. Like, I used to put up a Christmas tree. The kids probably would have liked to do this with me, and I never thought about that because, you know.
Yeah. Wow.
Okay, that's not even. I probably would take that out, right? See how it's kind of off?
Yeah. But you notice, so if you turn it, you're not going to see it.
All I had to do was move it over like that, ever so slightly. Yeah. I didn't even have to undo those. I think I'm doing pretty good. So proud of myself.
Yeah, this is a little lopsided, but it's not noticeable. So
let me see. No, that looks good. It's just because that one's kind of up high.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave it. So it doesn't have to be perfect, but you can kind of generally see the star shape.
It looks pretty.
Here's what mine's looking like so far. So now for my green layer.
And here's my tomato.
Yeah, tomato. Oh, now I see it. This one's too high now.
Yeah. So
no matter which way you turn it, you'll see a different shape.
Yeah.
I see it now.
And that can tend to happen. So if you want to fix it, now's the time to fix it, because the more if you do the next layer, then guess what? If you want to fix it after, you have to take everything off.
Bet you that would fix it. No, this one's too high. Yeah, it's just I'm thinking this is just a waste of time for me to undo and do because honestly, right there. Yeah, it's not going to change it. No matter what I do, something else is different. Okay, next layer. So now we just pre-fold 8 of them again, right?
Mm-hmm. So I'll do white this time.
Are those tone on tone ones?
Yep.
Yeah, they're little polka dots or something, like snowflakes.
Don't forget to tell them you're going to be in California on Wednesday.
Oh, don't forget, you guys. Scott just reminded me. Wednesday, the 27th of December, which literally is in 2 days. Scott and I will be in California. I will be at the San Marcos, Southern California, San Marcos Sewing Machines Plus Center, not the San Diego one. I'm going to the San Marcos one. I will be there around 9:30 in the morning or so, somewhere close to that. They open at 10. And as soon as they open, I'll be dropping my machine off to them. And if you want to come meet me and Scott at the shop, just come there. We'll hang out for a little while. Well, we'll see how, I have to see how long my machine's going to take. If it doesn't take forever in a day, then obviously you can just hang out while we shop at the shop and talk because it's a pretty big shop. I took a virtual tour of it. So if you guys want to come meet us down there, we'll be there. And then afterwards, we're probably going to go to like Walmart or something. Because it's literally right there and get some food to eat.
Oh, so you can stop by Quilting a day.
Yeah, well, I was hoping to stop by Quilting today.
Yeah,
that was one of my goals.
We are literally down the street from them.
But if you want updates on that, I'm probably just going to post it to my community tab. So if you are planning on meeting me and coming there, my community tab on this YouTube, that area, you'll see the postings there because that's the only way to keep you guys up to date on where I am exactly while in there. But I am going to stay at the Sewing Machines Plus building for a long enough time to be able to meet people there. So don't worry, you guys will still be able to meet me if you come there. I just want to make sure that I remind you guys again because that's where I will be on Wednesday. 1, 2.
That's
3,
where I got my
4.
industrial.
That's where I've gotten all my machines. I buy every single one of them there. The only one I didn't buy there was my little brother machine. The rest of them all came from Sewing Machines Plus.
Well, the Pinto.
Yep, my Pinto that came
Walmart.
from Walmart.
Figured as much.
What am I at? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6. Yeah, I definitely 100% highly recommend Sewing Machines Plus. They ship to you. So if you buy a machine and you're in, say, Texas, they'll ship you that machine. And it's no extra price because it costs more than whatever their shipping amount. So it gets shipped to you and everything for the price that you pay. So if you buy a $1,300 machine, you don't got to pay any extra for shipping. That's what I love about that. But it has to be over a certain amount. What'd you say? Oh, Scotty put a link in for you guys to click on if you guys want to check them out. They had lots of sales. I'm pretty sure it's going to have even more because New Year's is coming. So I bet you they're going to have a New Year's Day sale too. I tend to buy a lot of things from there when they're on sale. I do that everywhere though. Not specifically just me, but Scotty and I are sales shoppers. We go to Walmart and the first thing we do is we go to the clearance sections.
Oh, yeah, me too.
We go to the grocery store and the first thing we do, we go to the clearance sections.
Well, we don't have a clearance section.
Who goes to the grocery store?
Well, Scott goes to the grocery store,
Yeah.
but when I go with
You
him,
rephrase that.
when I go with him, we go to the whatchamacallit section. All right, so we're gonna do the same thing
Same
again,
thing. So you
but
measure
down further. So where do
down.
you start now then?
So I measure it from this inner point there.
From the inner ones?
Yeah.
Because these were the last ones
Yeah.
we put on. Okay. So same distance down,
Yeah.
about 1/4 to 3/8.
And this, some people get real creative with this. So like, because this red is really bright, I might even go closer to it just so that it just gives like a small little red highlight like that.
Okay, my pin went all the way through the fabric again. That must happen often, huh?
Yep. So you see how close I went there? It just gives like a little small highlight of the red.
Well, I don't want mine with a tiny
Yeah.
small. I want mine to be about the same.
So
that's not about the same. Let's see.
right about
No,
there.
I need to go just a little bit further. There we go. That's better, right there. And the same foldy thing.
Yep.
Can't have that on my finger. It doesn't allow me to work. Oh, I put 2 pins in. I was wondering why that one was hard to get in the hole. Look at that. I double pinned it in
before.
one thing. I didn't even realize there was 2 in my hand. I thought it was just one. And this round I could push them all the way down again.
Yeah.
It's that first round you just leave them out a little
Yeah.
bit for adjustments then.
Yep. Okay. How far down are you towards the?
I'm not at the equator,
You're not.
but I'm close.
Okay.
See, I'm about 1/2 inch from it.
Okay.
Is that supposed to
So
be?
we can probably get one more layer in.
Really?
Yeah.
I was seeing if my nails push it down, but I guess not. So you can do as many layers as you want, depending on how you space it, right?
Yeah. So because we're using the 2.5 size, normally with the 3-inch size, you can probably comfortably get 3. I'd be down approaching the equator.
Oh.
But because we're using the 2.5, we can actually squeeze in one more layer if we wanted to.
So you can have an extra color.
Yeah. Forgot about that. Or we could have actually spaced it out even more.
That's okay. I like it so far. Hopefully everybody got something to eat tonight. It's feeling nice and full.
We sure did.
Chilling around the fire if you live somewhere that you can sit at your fireplace because it's nice and comforting.
Oh gosh. I should tell them that I was in Flagstaff, Arizona, where it was a very warm 16 degrees.
Yeah, he did.
It did.
That looks about the same.
Ow. Just poked myself with the needle. Not in a good way.
When it's only one, the one couple layers, your regular finger can push through it really nicely.
Yeah, it's when you get to these outer layers.
So far, my fingers are doing it just fine. It's not like super bothersome or anything. I don't know about continuously doing this through the whole entire ball, but
I'll try making 72 of them.
yeah. accomplishing something. Look at me.
I keep wanting to fold it when I already have it pre-folded. Okay, so what is your favorite Christmas movie?
Mine. Violent Night.
Are you serious?
Yep. Have you seen it?
No,
You're gonna have to watch it.
I've never seen it. Never
It's-
heard of it, actually.
It's actually awesome. What's your favorite Christmas movie?
The one with the kid who sticks his tongue out in the pole. It freezes it.
Yeah. I know exactly which one.
And the leg lamp. Was it A Christmas Story?
Yeah, A Christmas Story.
I haven't seen that in a while, though. I know they used to do like marathons of that movie.
Yeah. What is your favorite color to decorate your Christmas tree with?
Teal.
You decorate a teal Christmas tree?
Uh-huh.
That sounds pretty cool.
Actually, I would like that.
And people thought I was Jewish.
Interesting. Mine is black and silver.
Ah,
Black and silver everything. That's my favorite kind of
I
Christmas
thought you would
tree.
have said purple.
No. Nope. Not on a Christmas tree. I wouldn't waste my favorite color on an ugly green tree. I'm serious. The tree is ugly most of the time. Ooh, look at this. I'm getting far.
We still got the other half.
I know.
Apparently, Christmas Story was on 5 different channels today.
Really? Well, we don't have regular TV, so that would have been
No, that's why.
hard for us to watch. No.
Okay, favorite Christmas tradition?
Enchiladas.
Enchiladas. Yeah.
What's yours?
My mom's sushi.
Really?
She used to, well, she wouldn't make the sushi roll.
Yeah.
Her sushi, you have to hold it in 2 hands.
Oh, wow.
That's how big she
On
would make it.
Christmas?
Oh, yeah.
Really? That's different. Very different.
Yep. And the price of fish in Hawaii goes skyrocketing up
Really?
because
At
everybody's
Christmas
buying
time?
fish. Yeah. Christmas and New Year's.
Well, at least all the people that are not native Hawaiians and come from other countries, right? Because native Hawaiians roast a pig, right?
Oh, yeah. But they also eat raw fish.
True. Favorite Christmas present when you were a kid? What did you get that was your favorite?
What did I get that I was? My first Transformer.
Really? That's awesome.
It was like,
I remember when I got my first Transformer as a kid. Great present.
yep.
Good memories right there.
Mine is a skateboard. I loved it when I got my first skateboard. That way I can go run over all the boys because they used to bother me.
Yeah. That or remember Nintendo?
Oh yeah. Well, I don't think we got my Nintendo for Christmas. I think it was for like my birthday or something when it was like in 88 or something. It was when they first came out. And I played Super Mario 3 until the game started making funny noises.
And then you take it out and you blow on it.
Yep.
And put it right back in.
Just play and play and play and play for hours upon hours. I could beat the full entire game, in a couple days, and yeah, I don't play it anymore. Now I can't even use a controller. It drives my brain crazy. I tried playing video games with Scott, and I just can't do it. I don't know what the heck I'm doing.
Neither did I. It was just pressing any kind of buttons, and I still kicked my brother's ass.
That's funny.
Sorry, I just swore.
Yeah. Sometimes it accidentally comes out.
Sometimes there's
One
no
more.
substitute, though. But recent Christmas tradition: singing with my neighbors.
You started singing with your neighbors?
Yeah. You know, the mariachis next door.
That's funny. Let's see. We don't have any recent traditions. Actually, we started having more friends for Christmas instead of just family. It's like half and half now. Half friends, half family. As you already know, because we had a house full today. So it's a little bit of both now instead of just family. Like it used to only be family, grandparents, aunts, uncles, you know, kids, blah, 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 blah. But now I've branched out and my friends are my family. So it's a nice thing to have.
Is Eric related to us?
Eric is not related to us. Eric is just my really, really, really amazing friend who happens to drive 4 hours out of his way to have enchiladas for Christmas.
They're that good, guys.
Yep, this is his second Christmas here with me. And yeah, he drives all the way here because he has to have the enchiladas now.
Wasn't Mom here last year?
Who was here?
Your mom.
For Christmas? I don't think so. Maybe it was my birthday or something.
Oh, yeah.
Because we went to a quilt show.
That's right, because we were at the quilt show.
Yeah.
Which one you guys did the one?
Yeah, the one video
that's what
on the
she
long
said.
arm. That was the year before. Not last year, but the
Yeah,
birthday
that's when she
before.
was here.
Yeah. Look at that. So now I can go around it again, you said?
Mm-hmm. Do one more layer if you want to.
Do I want another color? Can't my ribbon just be wide in the center?
You could.
I'll start the other side and see how it goes.
Yeah.
Because I don't know how it looks like it'll be not very wide of a gap. All right. Let's start my other side.
See?
Ooh, that's pretty. I like it with the green, then the red, then the white.
So if I wanted to, I think I might actually do this. I could just do another layer of the green.
All right, I'm just going to pre-pin all of these first. Same as before. So I need to do only 4 white, right?
Right.
We started with only 4 in the
Right.
first. Okay. And the other side doesn't have to be the same, right? You can have each side different.
Yeah, so it doesn't necessarily have to be the same. And you don't, like, I know some people are very, very conscientious about this in terms of making sure that each of the, like how you got it crossing this way, when you flip it over.
Making sure that the other side is exactly matching the previous side.
Yeah, to me, that doesn't really matter because
it is very top heavy, though. This thing is like, phew, look at that.
I mean, when you look at an ornament, you look at it one side at a time. So you're not looking at it simultaneously on both sides. So if one star faces like slightly off, it's not really going to be noticeable.
I need 4 for my center.
And I'm going to try this.
The 4th row.
Yeah, just make it a little sliver. Yep. So I'm going to go measure it from
1, 2, 3, 4.
Which it's going to, wow, that's a wide gap.
Can you see where it's going to land?
Yeah. So I'm just trying to see where is it going to hit the, right about there.
All right. So again, I'm just looking for the center. So would it be easier to mark the ball first with like a marker?
You could. For me, that's just an extra step.
So I'm just going to follow it like this all the way to this side. There we go. Right here. And I'm going to call that center.
How complicated are the ornaments to make?
Not very.
So far, I've never done this before. This is my first time, and I pretty much got the hang of it already.
Are you halfway done?
Yeah, I'm on the other side of my ball now. Because my ball is going better than Eric's ball. I'm going quick, but he's doing a fourth layer on his top side, or on his one side.
I'm gonna take the tops and have
All right. Oh, I already pre-did this while trying to grab from the pile.
See, you're doing what I do.
Trying to get close to this, but
Now, I've heard a lot of people say this. If you got grandkids and you need something to do with them, this is the perfect thing to do. Just make sure they don't poke themselves with the pins. But because we're not using some
hot glue gun
hot
that can
glue
burn
gun
and stuff.
or even scissors, if well, assuming you got all your fabric squares pre-cut, you know, this is the perfect thing to do.
Okay,
with
what
them.
happens if the pin does not go into the middle of the ball and it just keeps coming out? Because it keeps coming this way. It won't stop shifting. And now it's stuck.
Okay.
Just push it in there all the
Just
way?
push it in there all the way.
Let's see. Oh, actually, the purple thing might help better.
Yeah.
Good thing Scott walked away because that sound would have driven him nuts just now.
Now, these particular styrofoam balls are very, very soft. The ones that I normally use are a little bit more stiff and they can handle the pins a lot better and they don't make the sound as bad.
Okay. So there's different style balls.
Yeah.
Can you use the green? I always see green ones. Are the green ones for this kind of stuff too?
No, the green ones are very, very hard, in which they're more for flowers. And so
Flower
you're basically
arrangements.
stabbing it.
So I'm actually trying to line this side up with right here,
With that, as well as making sure it's in line with that.
which is right here,
Yep.
which is way off. Oh, well, I'll just
So
line
if
this
it's
one up.
off, it's again, nobody's really going to see it or notice it.
I'm attempting, but I guess it's going to be off because there's no way I'm going to get that straight.
Could you add beads to them?
You could. I often do as embellishment of sorts. And if you got those, well, when you're laying down your fabric squares, you'll
Oops, I didn't leave it out. Oh, well.
when you're pinning your fabric squares on, you probably want to use these dressmaker pins or just the straight pins. But a lot of times I will put like the glass beaded pins and just kind of embellish the ornament around. Actually, let me grab that one.
Oh, yeah, here.
Yeah, so
So this is last year's ornament that Eric made me.
So instead of the star, we're just kind of, this is kind of more of a pine cone design. But it's the same concept with the same fabric folds that we're doing. And you can kind of see it there. I don't know if you can see it, but there are beads on there.
Yeah, you can see him. It's zoomed.
And then
Or
you
not
can
zoomed,
just
but
be
focused.
creative with how you want to embellish it, how you want to decorate it. I would imagine if I dangled this in front of Thumper, he'd go crazy with the bell.
No, he wouldn't.
Really?
he's not a bell. No,
He's
do
not
it.
a bell. Try it.
He's right
You
there.
try.
Is he?
Yeah, he's right there. Do it. He's not a bell.
He's
I
not a
guess
bell
not.
kitty. He can care less.
He's a smart cat. Okay, how far down did I go? I went full finger size. So
Stay in my hand. All right, favorite Christmas dessert.
custard pie.
We had more dessert today than we had main meal.
Yeah,
Really.
yeah. I don't know. I don't really have a favorite Christmas dessert because I kind of like eat a little bit of everything dessert wise, like apple pie or
Yeah.
if there's blueberry pie, I'll eat that. If there's cheesecake, I used to eat. I can't eat cheesecake much anymore. That really messes my tummy up. But like, I would just sample everything. Lately, I've been on a cookie kick, so I guess maybe it's just cookies this year.
Chocolate chip.
Oatmeal raisin actually
Oatmeal
are my
raisin.
favorite. No nuts in them though,
Ooh.
because I've recently come to the conclusion that I am allergic to pecans and walnuts or something because they're driving me nuts allergy wise. They're giving me allergies. Like I seriously start itching my whole entire body. My throat feels like it's closing, and I get a cough like none other. Like, and I can't get that itch to go away in my throat. So, but I love oatmeal raisins.
So the nuts are driving you nuts.
Yep, the nuts are driving me nuts. I don't know how we develop these weird allergies as adults, but so far I've developed some weird allergies for things that I've been eating all my life too. It's so weird.
What's your favorite Christmas cookie? Eric?
What?
What's your favorite Christmas cookie?
Favorite Christmas cookie? Snickerdoodle.
Really?
I don't know if it is a Christmas cookie, but either snickerdoodle or just a regular sugar cookie.
I like original sugar cookies too.
Yeah.
Do you like them with or without decorations on them? Like the little bit of the sugar flavor, but not really too much? Or do you like the sugared ones with the sugar?
No. I don't like my cookies to have that extra crunch.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it a little bit. I don't like a big mound of the face of Santa or whatever the cookie is.
Not me.
But I like a nice thin layer. I don't know why. It just tastes really good.
There's a cookie company I think is based out of Chicago. I think they're called Cheryl's Cookies. They ship like all over the world. They're so expensive, but they're so good.
I never heard of it, but I'm pretty sure you can get that kind of stuff online anywhere these days.
They were, what's her name? Oprah's one of her favorite things. That's how they got real popular.
Oprah's good.
Yeah.
You guys like dates?
Dates?
Yes, dates.
Well, I haven't went on one in over 11 years, so I mean.
I was gonna go there.
And I'm sure Eric hasn't been on one in years either. No, I don't eat dates.
You know Derek's going on.
Eric hasn't gone on a date because he'd tell me if he did. He'd be like, "Guess what, Tiffy?"
Well, guess what, Tiffy?
Yep, he would tell me
about the food.
Okay, I don't like dates. No, I don't eat dates.
I don't think I've ever had a date.
Really, they're good. I like dates.
Are they different from figs?
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
Not a whole lot. They're close. Same concept.
They are the official welcome fruit of Saudi Arabia, I think.
Really?
Yeah.
How do you know that random fact?
It was on Sex in the City.
You pay attention to the words that were in the movie.
Yep.
Do you fact check movie things?
I do.
So you go on to Google and fact check it. Me and Scott do that while the movie's on. He'll pause and be like, "Find out. Let's find out because that really sounds familiar, but I don't really think they do." And we look it up constantly. Or like we'll see an actor in a movie and we're like, "Isn't he in something else?" No, he is. I swear he was in that. So we'll look it up just to make sure that he
Yep.
was
I
actually
think
in
everybody
that
does
other
that
movie.
nowadays since it's so easy with your phone.
Actually, Google, if you have Google TV, it'll do it for you.
Really?
Yeah.
You just tell your TV, hey, did blah 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 play in blah blah blah.
We don't have that cool.
Yeah, we don't use that, but
Roku TV.
yeah, we are fact checkers because sometimes they'll say something in a movie and it seems outrageous, but find out it's actually true.
Mm-hmm.
Like, really? That's just off. What am I at? 4. This is 5. It's hard to see the crease on this fabric. For some reason, this fabric right here is not very good on this folding it in half thing.
Okay, so what's your New Year's goal?
New Year's goal.
Have you thought of any?
What does the goal have to be? Just a life goal or a quilting goal?
Anything.
Well, we'll start with the quilty goal. The quilty goal is the same as last year, to quilt all the darn quilts that are hanging in my closet. I was on a roll for like, 6 months? And then all of a sudden, just done. And I just haven't quilted now that my machine's broke, obviously, But yeah, I had this goal every year to get those quilts all quilted, and I keep adding to it. So now I have tons of them again. But a life goal, I want to make myself healthier when it comes to my physical body because I'm in a lot more pain constantly. And I have to push off this hip replacement thing for another couple years. So I really just need to be healthier, like muscle tone wise around my hips. So that's my goal, is to keep that tone and keep working out. I did it for the last 8 months now, or 7 months. Yeah, 7 months. So I want to continue with my working out and keeping fit and healthy.
Oh, so one of these days you'll come hiking with us.
Yeah, pretty much. But I got to get my hips got to be able to hike first.
Yeah.
So, but QuiltCon should help because I'm going to be in another city, really far, far away, where everything is huge, and there's going to be a lot of walking. And then I have another quilt, show to go to that next weekend. So let's just say Tiffy's going to get lots and lots of exercise.
You're gonna get too much.
Yeah, I'm going to get too much
It's
exercise.
strange that they moved the show, or the show time, or show date, I should say.
What's your favorite movie? Not just Christmas movie. They just said favorite movie.
Who, for me?
Oh,
Wild Hearts Can't Be Broken. It's on Disney Channel, or at least it was. It's an older movie, and it is absolutely amazing. I love that movie. Love, love, love it.
The Brad Pitt movie.
No, it's a
No,
movie
that's
about a
not it.
woman who rides horses, and she goes blind and still rides the
She
horses.
dives the horse.
Yeah,
Old.
the horse diver off of, back in the day in the
Old
30s and 40s
school.
when they were
Yeah.
horse divers. Yeah, she did
Fairs
that,
where
and
they
she
dive
went.
the horse into the little pool.
Yeah, she went blind in
Based off a
there,
true
and she
story.
still learned how to do it. And her family tried to stop her at first until they realized she could do it just by the sound and the feel. Yeah,
Interesting.
it's a really good movie.
Based-
It's not a.
based off a true
There's
story.
nothing bad in the movie. It's not violent or anything, so it's a good. It's also got a love story involved in it because she falls in love and gets married, and
Well, of course.
It's a Disney movie.
it's a Disney
It's
movie.
a Disney movie.
But it's older, and I love that movie. I own it on DVD. I could watch that
No,
100
we
times.
don't. We have it on Disney.
Oh, I thought you bought
Nope,
it
I've
for
tried to
me.
get it for you many times.
Oh, I thought that was the one you did get me
No.
that I liked.
No, I got you. Your second one, which is
Frozen.
Bride.
No.
Oh, The Princess Bride. Yeah,
I
you
got
bought me
you
that one
Princess Bride.
instead. Yeah,
Your
that's my
favorite.
second favorite movie.
What's that line?
Which one?
My name is Olivia Montoya.
Yes.
You killed my
Then-
father.
You killed my father. Prepare to die. What's your favorite movie, Eric? Not just Christmas.
That's a hard one. I will tell you one of my favorite movies, and you probably have not heard of it, but you probably are going to want to watch it. So it's called The Red Violin. It's a story about a violin maker that lived in, I don't know, like the 12th century or something in Europe. And what ends up happening is that his wife, well, she was giving birth to their first son. During the childbirthing, she ends up passing away. So, to honor his wife, what he does is, again, he's a violin maker, and he uses part of he drains part of his wife's arm from her blood, and he uses that blood to stain the wood on one of these particular violins.
That's
And
interesting.
because of the uniqueness of that violin, it ends up being a very valuable item. So the story kind of flips back and forth between history and current times. And the movie basically tells you how the violin traveled throughout time, going from Europe to Spain through. It ends up being in the Chinese Revolution, almost getting destroyed, but then somebody saves it. And then it ends up being at an auction house in New York, where it turns out that because of the story behind the violin, it ends up being a collector's item. And so throughout the story, what you're really, it sort of begins like a fortune teller is telling talking to I think it was the mother before she died. She was asking this fortune teller what is the fortune of her baby, but the fortune teller mistakenly actually tells the story of where the violin goes instead.
Sounds like an interesting movie.
Yeah.
I've heard of it. I've never seen it.
What's your favorite movie, Scotty? Since you're talking in the background and everyone can hear you.
They didn't ask me.
Well, they want to know, what's your favorite movie?
I don't, and I don't have one. You know that. With movies, I have many. It's not like me.
Anything with Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Kindergarten Cop?
with movies, I have many. You know that. I
Yeah,
don't have
Scott
just
likes
one.
all sorts of movies.
I don't have just one.
He's
With
not.
music. I can pick just one. But
What's your
movies,
favorite song then?
You know that.
The
You're getting all
what's it called? I forgot the name of it.
Country Boy Can Survive. Hank
Yeah.
Williams Jr.
Yep.
It's what we live by.
Okay, so then what's your least favorite movie?
Ooh.
Probably anything that I watch on my own. I watch a lot of love
Necessarily.
stories. He's like, why do you watch that? It's
You
so
made me
stupid.
watch the Titanic with you, and it wasn't bad, I must admit. And we also like that one movie, The Notebook. I will watch The Notebook with you anytime you want. It's actually not a bad movie.
He wants to die that way in bed together at the
Well, of
same exact
course.
time.
That would be awesome, wouldn't it?
I saw the Notebook once. That was good enough for me.
I never watched Tiff's weird Wizard of Oz movie that she insists is so great. And her
Oh,
Baron
it's,
von Munchausen movie's quite
It's
dumb.
Return to Oz.
Okay.
It's a little bit different than the original, but it's on Disney. Both Wizard of Oz and Return to Oz is on it.
I wish they would make Wicked into a movie.
Okay, so I'm trying to do that. Here you go. Here's one. Do you prefer to watch movies in bed, like laying in bed, or sitting on a couch or recliner?
To me, that's almost the same thing.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I prefer to lay back in bed. Like, I don't like sitting up on the couch. My butt goes numb and my legs go numb and I get all irritated. And I reach around anyway. I move. Well, you know, because you've stayed in the hotel room with me too.
Yeah.
I move constantly and I fidget and so much. On a couch, it's really hard to not, you know what I mean? So laying in bed to watch a movie is like my thing.
Okay. Took me a while, but
Oh, look
4
at that.
layers.
That looks really awesome. I think I'm going to have to add more layers on mine then because, yeah, I like that. Oh, whoa, that way, Tiffy. Oh, that's way off.
see. So time consuming, but not difficult. It is possible to do.
I mean, it's so easy. Tiffy's doing it. I don't do crafts. I never was a good. I mean, you have crafty. A lot of people say, like a lot of my followers out there in the YouTube world that's listening right now, a lot of them have told me they do this, and that, and all these crafts, and I just never could get into crafts. Like,
Really?
I like puzzles. Like, I'll do a puzzle or something and then glue it together. Is that considered a craft? I mean,
Yeah.
To permanently glue my puzzle.
Yeah.
But I honestly never got into like just like making carpet wall hanging things, those little carpet, the kits that you would buy, or little wood houses and dolling them up and painting. I never got into any of that. Like, I go down the craft aisle at the Dollar Tree because they have lots of little crafty stuff, and I don't have the urge or need to touch any of it.
Oh gosh.
Like, I am not interested.
If I go to Dollar Tree, they're like, okay, what are you working on this time? They literally see me clearing out the aisle.
That's funny. Yeah, I'm not a crafty crafter. I don't know how quilting stuck as much as it did, and everything that I'm able to do, but I've never been a crafty. Even when I was a kid, I'd rather be outside playing than doing little crafts and stuff like that. Yeah, I
bet you would be. You ever do leather work?
No. Well, I've hand sewn a leather little thingy from Missouri Star. That's about it.
I bet you would enjoy that.
No, I don't think so.
Well, I've seen leather quilts at Houston, which is actually pretty darn
cool.
It was cool.
I made a leather wallet using my new Juki, but that's it.
Okay, what was my next one? The red.
Yeah, I'm just not a crafty kind of gal. Like, it's weird too, because I can come up with some really awesome quilts, but I don't see the crafts in my mind. None of them. I mean, I colored in a couple coloring books as a kid, but not really that either. I just don't do it. I used to like fuzzy puzzles, not fuzzy puzzles, fuzzy posters that you would color in the fuzzy, non-fuzzy area, and it looked really cool.
I don't even know what that is.
The fuzzy posters?
Poster? What?
You don't know the fuzzy posters?
You never had a fuzzy poster?
No. What in the heck are we talking
A
about?
fuzzy poster is a fuzzy poster. I actually have fuzzy posters, for when I'm super bored or
You've had
MS
that
pain
for ages, and I still don't even know what that is.
But yeah, you color in the picture in the fuzzy poster.
I don't know what it is.
Yep. So I used to like doing those, but I don't really do those anymore either. But I have them in here in case I, need something to do. I have a whole thing of color pencils because you don't even have to use markers. You can use color pencils with them and stuff,
$1 Million Baby. I see that.
$1 Million. That's a good movie. What's that other? Isn't there another? Yeah, isn't there another boxing woman movie though? Fight movie? What is that one?
You have it. Yeah, I never watched the whole thing with you. It's called Girl Fight.
Girl Fight. Yeah, that's a good one too.
There's boxing. Reminds me of another movie that I saw. What was the title of it? Beautiful Boxer.
I've never heard of that.
So it's a true story of a Muay Thai fighter.
What's a Muay Thai?
It's a type of martial art.
From Taiwan.
Okay.
Oh, not Taiwan, but from Thailand. And what's unique about this boxer, he's a drag queen.
Ah, interesting.
So when he wins the match, he kisses the person.
That's a different type of movie there.
But it's actually a good story about understanding gender roles.
Interesting.
Yeah, see, I like to watch those artsy-fartsy kind of movies.
Yeah, you have weird movies.
Yeah,
Tiff and I don't watch those.
Yeah.
We do action or comedy.
or love
We do
romance. I watch
we do romantic
romance.
comedies. We do a
Romantic
lot of romantic
comedies.
Well, if you get to see Godzilla -1, that's one I would recommend.
Godzilla -1, I've heard good things. I
Yeah.
haven't gotten there yet because it's not in the library. But when the library gets it,
It'll show up on Netflix, I bet.
we're cheap or poor or whatever you want to say. We wait till the library gets it, so it's free.
Yeah, we're really high on renting movies from the library.
Yep, they're all staying. They want to watch that now. Yeah, I do want to see it. I've heard good things. Everybody on Facebook's talking about it.
Yeah.
Although Tiff doesn't really watch Godzilla movies with me, so I gotta do that one on my
Neither
own.
do I, though, but I still liked it.
Yeah.
So
I want this one.
I would totally see that.
Oh.
You can, yeah, she would enjoy it.
Well, I'll see. You have to ask her, but yes, I watched the last two by myself. The one with King Kong and the one.
No comparison.
Yeah.
No comparison. These are way better.
What one is off on this? I think it's this one.
What do you do in the middle now? Your top and bottom look done. What do you do with the middle?
Yeah, that looks.
It's that one. It's too low, huh?
Yeah.
I knew something looked off about it. Get out of the pins. There we go.
Okay, I can start laying down the center. See, even in crafting, Tiffy is quicker than me.
Really?
Well, look, you already got your.
But you got 4 layers on one side.
Well, still.
I'm on the second layer of the second side. This is the last piece of it too. So what is it now a race in every aspect of being in Tiffany's world?
Yes, it is.
Oh, that's funny. We're gonna have to find something else that I can do. I can do a puzzle really fast. All right, green time.
Where's the center?
1, 2,
I'm guessing it's up
3,
there.
4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Does it care if the selvage is in there? Huh? It
No.
doesn't really matter.
No.
It's the same color as the fabric anyway. So it wouldn't be a big deal.
Yeah, I don't think Violent Night is up Eric's alley. The movies he's saying.
Yeah. It might be a little too violent for you.
Yeah,
Do you like gory movies?
I like Kill Bill.
I don't know. I think Violent Night's a little violenter.
I don't know. Kill Bill had a lot of violence, but it had a lot of long,
To
boring.
me, that left nothing to the imagination.
Yeah.
Well, then you might like it. It's a good movie. Oh, that's all I gotta say. If you like crazy, violent,
Santa, who's
Santa,
an old school Viking, crushing
old school
people's
Viking.
skulls with a sledgehammer.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just the whole thing. Sums it up right there. It doesn't get any better than that. That's like the greatest movie Hollywood has produced in 10 years.
I'm telling you, we've been watching movies like second parts and third parts and fourth parts to movies.
Uh-huh.
They're getting stupider
Yeah.
and stupider
Yeah.
and stupider. So we've been, kind of skipping a lot of those kind of movies because it just, we turn it on and Scott's like, why did I even go to the library to pick this up? What the heck?
I've said
This
that
is
more
so
than one
dumb.
time lately.
Like he's
Like,
been
I
saying it,
wasted
and
gas
normally he
just to
doesn't
get
because
that.
we're like 100% movie heads. We watch a lot of movies, That's like our pastime thing to do together.
What about Fast and Furious?
They got dumb and
Yeah.
dumber and dumber.
Well, I don't
After
know.
the-
We stopped watching them after what? They're on 10 now. We haven't watched the past how many?
Yeah. I like one. And I like the Tokyo Drift one. I don't know
Yes,
why I
you
like
like
it. I
the
just
only
like
one I
it.
haven't
one.
seen.
Yeah.
I haven't seen that one yet. I've seen all the others up to like 8. I don't know if I've ever seen 9, and now they have 10. Although I can't tell you what happened after like 4. I don't remember any of them.
I'm a Hallmark lover, though. I like watching old Hallmark movies. Not even old ones, the new ones that are like Hallmark related type style. You know, where they put Miley Cyrus in a dumb old movie, or like just whatever. That redhead girl, what's her name? What's her name, Scotty?
I don't know who you're talking about.
She's got red hair.
Julia Roberts.
girl
No,
with red hair, okay.
she's a singer also normally. Anyways, just different actors that B-rated movies. I don't know why. I just like them.
Hallmark movies are just they're Hallmark.
It's
they're all the same.
All love
story.
stories about two people falling in love at Christmas time. I like
Reuben
those.
McIntyre?
No.
Well, that's who they're all saying. In the
No.
chat.
She's a younger, like Lindsay Lohan. That's her.
Okay.
Lindsay Lohan has been in a lot of these off B-rated movies lately. Yeah, and I like just movies that are like that. No, whatever.
You don't watch them the rest of the year, though.
I don't watch only Christmas time. I only watch them at Christmas time. Yeah, I definitely don't watch that kind of stuff during the rest of the year. But at Christmas time, I don't know. It's like a nostalgic thing to watch dumb movies. They're not even old movies. They're new movies about the same thing that there's been 100 movies about. I just like the Hallmark versions. It's like the characters, because it's a B movie, they seem more in love and more, it seems more romantic, I guess. It just makes me feel all gushy inside.
I never would have thought you would be the type.
Oh yeah, I like gushy, mushy stuff. I'm not
She
that.
watches all kinds.
I'm not that.
You can never tell
What's the word? Is there a word for people who don't have that kind of emotion? I mean, I don't get all gushy. I'm not a very romantic person, but I like watching it. I'm probably the least romantic person, actually.
She is very, very non-romantic.
I am not very lovey-dovey. I'm not a public display of affection or holding hands, or I don't even let people open, like Scotty, who wants to open doors for me. I'm just
If
whatever.
you buy her flowers, she will throw them away.
Yeah, I don't like flowers. I don't like any of that kind of stuff. I'm weird.
But yet her taste in movies go from all areas.
Yeah.
She doesn't do too much horror, but
Oh yeah, because I have nightmares.
but you did do the
But-
Saw movies up to
Yeah.
the most recent ones, because I mean they have a zillion of those now.
Even those are getting kind of silly.
Yeah,
The last one, I watched the last one, and yeah,
I watched
was like,
some
why
of
did I
it
get
with
that
him,
from
was
the
walking in the
library?
room,
That was
and
one of the ones I was like, I was just
he's like, "Why did I even drive down there to pick this
Yeah.
up? What the heck am I watching here?"
yeah.
It's like, what happened with these
The newest
movies?
one, the Saw X or Saw 10, whatever they're calling it.
Yeah.
They're running out of ideas.
Yes. Well, it's been played over and over. That's why.
Have you seen the original, the Japanese version of The Rings?
No,
The Rings.
like the Ring movies.
Yeah.
But it's called The Rings, the Japanese version.
Yeah.
What do you mean, Lord of the Rings?
No. You know the movie The Ring?
The
Yeah,
Ring,
the
the
girl.
one where the TV
Oh,
she comes out of
the
the
horror
TV
movie,
with the
yeah.
wet.
Oh,
Yeah.
no, I'm not.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't know there was a Japanese version.
Well, that was the original.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I've seen all those. Lex actually liked watching those.
You didn't see the Japanese version?
Not the Japanese version, the Ring movies.
Okay, yes, we've seen all the Ring movies.
And I just totally pinned it crooked. As my mother would say, nobody said you were straight.
So when we go to do that last step of putting like a ribbon or whatever around this, does that get pinned on too?
Yep.
Or can that be glued on for a permanent? Like,
You could do
Oop.
either or. I tend to just pin it because for me it's easier to pin or to work with the pins rather than like a hot glue gun. But you could do it with the hot glue gun.
And how do you make it have a hangy thing? Does that ever come out? Like, did you glue all this down? Oops, the bell finally
no.
fell off.
It
Is this
fell
all
off?
glued in?
Tiffany, you're not supposed to break it.
Well, I
together.
didn't break it. It just fell out. That's
The
all.
ribbon probably
The
frayed.
ribbon, it's frayed.
Yeah.
It can be fixed and tied back on, but
Next year we'll do a wreath.
I am not making a wreath. You will not get, and you know what? I'm so sorry I did not hang the wreath this year that you
That's
made
all right.
me, because we did the garage door opener, we cleaned the garage out and all that stuff, and honestly, I don't know what the heck it is.
That's all right.
So the only decorations, because I put this up last year and I made its own little box, and when I started my finally having a fabric room, it went in the top of the closet so I can remember every year to decorate in here. Because I am pretty much now the Grinch. There's no decorations, and obviously my whole house you saw, and this is the only room that has any decorations, and it's only because my lovely fans out there need to see some sort of cheer. Other than that, I'm a Grinch. And it's not that I hate Christmas. I love Christmas. I love all holidays. I don't know. Lately, I'm just not myself with holidays.
Well, I didn't even put up a tree this year.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, you're not even home to enjoy it right now anyway.
Well, yeah, that's true. But there used to be times where I would have like 5 or 6 trees
Wow.
put up.
That's a little much.
Yeah, that is a little much.
Let's have a giant mansion with the zoning roads. Yeah.
Well, I used to have my apartment used to have like a 20-foot ceiling.
Oh, okay.
Well, yeah, you need a high ceiling. You need to live in Shaq's house.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Did you know Shaq had a house here? It's
Yeah.
been sold since then, but yeah.
Well, first of all, I need his paycheck.
It's actually not that fancy of a house. It's just a regular. The doorway though to get into it, it's this. I think it's like an 8 or 10 foot tall. I think it's like 10 foot tall. It's a really fancy double door, but it's over there off of Jamaica. It's actually right there where you can see it. I don't think it's his house anymore. I'm pretty sure it got sold. But yeah, it's got really tall ceilings.
Surprisingly, he doesn't go for fancy stuff.
There's a lot of actors that don't buy fancy stuff.
Well, yeah, but he's pretty simple. Of course, he spends like crazy, but
Okay, I'm not moving it. Once
Okay,
it's in there,
Did
it's
you
in
see
there.
the tear under the London Bridge, though, Eric?
Oh yeah,
My
have you seen the
goodness.
terror under the London Bridge?
We just watched that the other day. David Hasselhoff. The
Really?
London
David
Bridge.
Hasselhoff from 1985, and it's here, filmed here,
The
and
whole movie
everything
is filmed
here in town from at the London
Yep,
Bridge.
it's all about the London Bridge.
It's about Jack the Ripper.
Oh, okay.
Yep, we
That
just
sounds
watched that.
interesting.
Yep, we just watched it the other day.
I didn't even know the movie existed. Scott was like, "Oh yeah, this
Yes,
filmed
I've
in
heard of it.
Havasu." I heard of it, but I never watched it. So we
No,
actually
I've
watched
seen it before. I just didn't remember it. I've
Yeah.
heard of it.
See, I only know David Hasselhoff.
Kind of cheesy, but it's
Oh, it's very cheesy.
What was he in? Knight Rider?
yes.
Yep.
And then, of course, there's also
Baywatch. Yeah.
which every time I watch that, I just want to vomit.
Well, you didn't grow up in love with Pamela Anderson then, because those of us that
Mm.
drooled over her for
Yeah.
how many years straight watched every episode that we could, but have no clue what happened in any of them. I couldn't tell you what happened in any of them.
He just liked Pamela Anderson.
Just like my football coach and also history teacher said that we watch what was her name, Britney Spears videos with the mute on, and I was like, wow, how did you know that? Because yes, we used to all do that too. Watch the videos on MTV and just muted them because I couldn't care less about her singing. Watching them for other reasons.
Yeah. I used to like her, and then she just kind of got wacko.
Oh, yeah.
They all get whacked
Well, they all
sooner or
do, but,
later.
yeah.
Some of them, at
I'm
least.
talking back when I was in high school. Yeah.
I didn't even think I could sing any of her songs, because I really didn't listen to the music.
Wow.
Okay. This was my last one, so I'm debating on this going a fourth one because I wanted to see how far your gap was between the two.
It's not that.
Because I do have some bigger ribbon in the other room. I don't know if it's any of its Christmas colors. It might be. I'm not 100% on that one at the very moment. I mean, it doesn't seem very wide that I'd need to cover.
Well, remember, you're also covering these pins here.
True. So that's like an inch. Yeah, that's an inch. In some places, it's more than an inch. That's like an inch and a quarter right there. Okay, I'll go around it again then. I could finish mine with white too, huh?
How do you finish the middle? Do you just keep going down until it's...
No, so eventually what's going to
I'm gonna do
happen
white.
is you're going to meet right, you're going to get close to this equator line. Sometimes I overlap it on the two sides, but you cover it either with some decorative ribbon, or you can do sort of like a
piece of fabric.
A piece of fabric. So what I usually do is cut a 4-inch piece of fabric, fold it in half.
I'm going to start guessing center now because I really don't care.
So like if this were a 4-inch piece of fabric here, I would fold it in, or fold the edges in and then fold it again so that you get a strip of fabric that you can wrap around. Hope that made sense. Yeah, but this whole craft is one of those things where you can just kind of mindlessly do it once you get the hang of it.
Do you sell these, Eric?
One.
I do not. My mother does it for me.
Your mom, you send them to her and then she sells them?
Yeah.
Who does she sell them to?
Well,
Just
she gives it to
everybody?
like her friends and ex-coworkers. It's like when she starts talking, everybody wants it. And then she hits me up for it. Most of the time when I'm making these ornaments, I'm just giving them away as gifts.
Holy moly, I ended with an exact 8. So I have enough for the whole entire final round for 2 sides.
Have you ever made a yo-yo quilt or wall hanging?
I have used yo-yos to make a icy spots quilt. Remember that quilt that I made?
Yeah.
I used the yo-yos, but I didn't use them in the way you're supposed to sew the yo-yos. I just used them as circles.
I don't even know how to make yo-yos, so.
So you've never made one?
I've never made an actual yo-yo quilt. But yes, I've used the yo-yos, just not made the yo-yos. Yeah. And I think it's in a video too. Didn't I do a video of that one? Icy spots quilt?
Yes, I do believe so.
That was a long time ago. That was probably when I was still in the garage. I think that's when I was still in the garage. All right, here we go.
First time I heard of a yo-yo
One more
quilt.
time. I'm going to go further down though. Is that?
Yeah, I ended up
like
going,
a half an inch?
Yeah. So how I measured it is.
There you
sure
go, Tiffy.
What?
You need to put mistletoe on it and make it a kissing ball. I agree with that one.
I don't know if I need a kissing ball because I'm not very affectionate.
Oh.
I'm telling you guys, I'm not a affectionate,
Oh, we get kisses.
Oh,
lovey
gosh.
person.
We do lots of kissing.
I am not stepping into that one.
I don't know. I'm weird.
We do lots of kissing too.
I mean, kissing happens. Obviously, we're married,
Yeah.
but I'm not like, I don't know. I'm just, yeah.
Are you gonna make any mug rugs?
Mug rugs? No, I don't need any mug rugs.
How about you,
I don't
Eric?
use that kind of stuff, so I don't need to make it.
I don't enjoy making them, to be quite honest.
Honestly, I have lots of friends and none of them use them.
Yeah.
That kind of stuff. So, and even they don't
You
even
made
use
a bunch
coasters.
last year.
I did make a bunch last year though.
Mhm.
And guess what? Did anybody use them?
No.
unless the
Well, you give 'em
subscribers
away.
out there,
You
a
give
lot
'em
of
away as
them
giveaways.
I gave away. Yeah, as giveaways.
Give
And
every one of them away.
yeah. I don't even use my bowl cozies. I have bowl cozies. I've used it twice now.
Well, see, I didn't even make one. I figure I don't even need one.
Yeah, I've used it. What did I use? Was it ice cream or soup? It was soup, I think.
Ice cream. I
No, it was
thought.
ice cream because
It
the
was
bowl was
cold,
freezing
'cause
my
I
fingers.
said, why would you use it for something cold? You're supposed to use it for something hot. And you said it's too cold. It was making your hands cold. I
Yeah,
remember the
because my
conversation.
hands go numb easily.
Yeah, I remember
I have
the
issues
conversation.
with numbness and tingling. So yeah, it was driving me nuts, and so I used my bowl cozy. Thought it would help, and I did. That's it. Never really use it ever any other time.
I just remember everybody was making those at one point.
Yeah. Well, I have the templates for it. So I could make them. I can make more, but I definitely don't make mug rugs or anything because nobody I know uses them. I don't even think anyone I know uses a coffee table.
My coffee table is my craft table.
Ours is a foot bench thing. You can't even put anything on it. It's too soggy. Like, not soggy, but it's a leather fabric, so a cup would just fall off of it. It's mainly to put your feet up on and kick back.
In that ornament thing.
Yeah, it's like an ottoman, yes.
Ooh, I got a little stubby pin. Oh, wow.
Okay, almost done. Almost done.
That's on you. You can go as long as you want. I'm just giving you time.
So between both of our balls so far, it seems that we have plenty of pins and one container's worth. That was like,
How
what, a
many
brand new
pins are in
container?
these?
It doesn't say, does it?
Well, I'm
No,
just
it
going to
doesn't
say a lot. How about that?
Yeah, there's a lot of
So
pins.
they come in containers of either 500 or 750 if you buy it from Walmart, and they're not that expensive. They're like maybe,
Really cheap, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I bought them before. Obviously, that's why I have some in the other room.
I don't think they mean in the package. I think she means in the ornament.
In the ornament, well, it just depends on how much you use. You're looking at, what is that? What's 16 times? No, 32 times 5.
You're going to make me do math.
It's 100.
You're the math.
Yeah, you're the accountant.
Yeah. The smart accountants don't say anything when it comes to math, though.
That's funny.
Well, let's just say it's over 200 per ornament or somewhere around there.
Well, I've been stabbing myself quite a bit, so yeah, there's a lot here in this ornament. What about this? Here's this previous one. It's barely covering the other one. Is that okay too?
Yep.
Oops. Because I put it kind of low. As long as it's tacked down, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
It'll be fine.
I definitely highly recommend putting the pins or putting the pins into the fabric first, because I think this is going a lot quicker doing that first, instead of pre-folding it, just find the center and get them all the pins in there first. I'm finding this to be quick. Literally just have a little bit more to go. I'm not even measuring anymore. I'm literally just sticking these on here.
Yep.
They're on. Like, I'm literally just putting them on here. Everything's still kind of lining up.
Kinda.
Kind of. I mean, that's the key word in any crafting, right? Kinda.
I love it.
Kinda-ish.
kind of ish even. That's a better one.
Yep. Oh, wait, this is white.
All right, one more. And then I get to do the other side real quick. And then it'll be done. All I'll need is my ribbon, which we can do off camera around it, because I'm pretty sure they'll get the general idea of how to put a piece of ribbon around the circle with just a description. Right? Right.
Right. Well, we might as well add the boa. That won't take too long.
Well, I can just go grab the ribbon drawer.
Yeah.
It's no big deal. I saved it all so that I could use the ribbon for bags. I thought it would be cute little accents on bags.
This is a drawer she has a choker chains in there. Just in case you need a choker chain.
Oh.
There's one with little piggies on it. Or
Yeah.
cows or something. No, it is piggies,
I
right?
don't even know. They're not ours, they were Lexa's. Our daughter made them to sell. I don't know how well she did, but yes, she gave them all to us. Apparently, she wasn't selling them.
What if I just went ahead?
That's right. I got the boxes out of that.
Yeah,
Oh.
that's right. You did. You were here.
And they work well to store the ornaments.
I'm going to poke all these in like this. See, this is how I get things done so fast. I'm not only chain piecing quilts, I am now chain poking balls.
The new way to make a Christmas ornament. Oh yeah.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, but that just sounded all kinds of wrong.
I will find a way to make stuff go faster somehow, some way. You want it done, you do it the Tiffy way.
Seen here on Tiffany's Quilting. Oh, yeah.
Not seen anywhere else, because you will not find this on anyone else's channel.
What's the saying?
What saying for what? There's a lot of
Oh.
sayings out in this world.
Always replicated, never duplicated.
Okay, I think I got one.
Okay, yeah, these definitely
Oh
overlap.
no, always imitated, never duplicated.
Maybe that's one. I don't know. I heard something like that.
Okay, so these will definitely overlap, and they will definitely be. And that's okay, because we're going to put a ribbon around it. Yeah, the vibrating sound. Can't be mine. Mine would be even louder because it's hooked to the chingamabobber.
Mine doesn't do that nonsense, so it isn't me. Mine are dings or doot 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 or rings.
Do you always keep your phone on vibrate?
No,
Oh, I always, no sound. I don't like it, the sound on cell phones.
I never.
I don't
feel
like
it.
custom ringtones or anything. I just let it vibrate.
Yeah. I usually don't even feel it vibrate.
I don't if I'm in the car, but then who's using their phone in the car? That would be wrong if you did.
You do it. I don't want to hear it.
I don't drive well. You know I don't drive in text because I can't read it because I can't see it.
She doesn't turn the volume on her phone up for anyone, no Eric, and she won't answer it for anyone. I tell her every time we go to Walmart.
I
"Turn
answer
your
in the
volume
middle.
up
I answer the
so I can
video
call you."
calls for Eric in the middle of the night though. Once you're
Yeah.
sleeping, and I say, "Shh, hold on real quick.
Yeah.
I gotta go outside."
Don't forget,
Scott's
you guys are an
asleep.
hour ahead.
But yeah, I don't answer the phone for people. I'm lazy about that. Unless it says long arm client or something on my phone, then I'll answer it because I know they're waiting for their quilt to be done or trying to get a estimation on. And work is important, but everything else, you can go to voicemail.
Yeah, I heard that now.
Hear it live right here. Tiffany is not the best when it comes to telephones. And when I need to call someone or talk about something or whatever, Scott actually does it for me.
Yep.
I don't talk on the phone.
No,
He makes all my phone calls.
She will literally call the person and hand the phone to me. And I don't
Yep.
even know who it is half the time. I'm like, what? Who?
What are we talking about? What is this going? What's going on? I'm like, remember, we're making an appointment for blah, blah, blah. He's like, oh, okay. Oh, I didn't tack that one down. What was I doing here? I was talking.
Well, that's right. She did that to you today.
Yep.
She made you call everybody.
Well, I had enchilada fingers,
yeah.
so I kind of
So-
couldn't. I pre-warned everybody. I said, you're going to get a call or a text, 20, 30 minutes prior to coming over. Because I'm not a scheduler and I never knew when food was going to be close to being done. All right. Couple more pins.
Yeah, I tend to get texts from people or from phone numbers, and I'm like, "Hi, who are you?" It's like today. It's like, "Merry Christmas, Eric." Oh, Merry Christmas to you too. But who are you?
I got to talk to his friend Paul today. I didn't realize your friend Paul has like the strongest Texan accent ever. Like, oh my goodness.
But he's not from there.
And he's
at
not
all.
even from Texas. And
Nope.
he is got
Where is
the
he from?
strongest accent.
Pennsylvania, same as me.
Oh,
Our moms met in the hospital. We've known each other. our
oh,
whole
that's
lives.
right. You
Yeah.
said that.
They are hospital baby best friends.
Pennsylvania, home of Little League Baseball.
One
Ha-
lady asked,
random-
what did I put in your drink since I got you the drink?
It's got speedy juice in it. Grape Kool-Aid. It's got sugar. That's what it is. And I don't eat sugar much anymore. I definitely don't drink it. And that's what Kool-Aid is. It's just one big pile of sugar.
Oh gosh. Well, good to have if you're dehydrated.
Yeah.
I put the same amount of sugar. Damon didn't make it. I put as much as you're supposed to. If Damon would have made it, there'd be half the thing.
Yeah, he'd use the whole bag of sugar. I'd be like, what? It said one bag? Okay.
Yes, he used to always want to make the Kool-Aid when he lived here. We could never let him because he would just keep scooping, scoop after scoop after scoop. And it's like, okay, now getting a little carried away.
There's one we haven't done. What is your favorite drink?
Well, don't
Not
you know that it's
alcoholic, 'cause
cranberry?
I was going
I-
to go there.
Well, okay. What's your favorite alcoholic drink?
There's a wine. Well, any kind of Merlot wine.
Okay. But what about your regular drinks? Like a daily.
Well, isn't his
Drink.
cranberry? Isn't that his thing?
Cranberry.
On his
Yeah.
show?
But I can't have it anymore. Darn,
Too much sugar.
too much sugar. Okay, we're out of the tone and tone, so I'm just using this.
Look at this.
There you go.
I have a full ball, and all I need to go get real quick is the closure. Man.
So, what, should I go get the ribbon?
No,
can do
I got
that.
it.
Oh, I've done that.
Probably gonna pull the whole jar.
Oh, yeah, that's what I would have done. I pulled the whole jar and brought it in there.
Meanwhile, Slowpoke Me is still going on this layer.
You're getting there.
It's the vintage fabric / ribbon drawer. See? Tiffy owns ribbon, guys. Can you believe it? It's a miracle.
I can. I've been ordered to get rid of it.
All right. So I needed how big of a ribbon?
This you can kind of eyeball just to make sure that it covers up the center.
Perfect. Look at that. It's like it was made to be
Meant to
together.
be.
Do I need to have a smaller ribbon though for the top part that hooks, like what you would hang on the tree?
Yeah.
So like a
Well,
white
you
ribbon.
don't have to. It's just easier.
So Scotty, next to you, is there a skinny one of white ribbon?
Next to me?
Yeah,
Oh,
right there.
Yeah. This little one?
Yep. And then the drawers right here, Eric, for whenever you're ready.
Okay.
Or you can do the same as me because it. Oh no, your red is a little bit
I
different.
don't think, yeah, there might not be enough in there.
But there is.
Another one.
Oh, that's not the same green. Trying to see if there was. I don't know. You'll have to look. So what do we do with this?
Okay. So since you're using ribbon, you don't have to fold it. You just need to
Grab enough to go all the
grab
way
enough
around
for-
it.
to go all the way around. When
Plus extra though, just in
yeah,
case.
you want to overlap it just a little bit.
So you just put it in the center.
Yep.
Ooh, that's gonna look pretty. And then go over about what, an inch or two?
A quarter or half.
All right, we're gonna go over a lot.
Okay.
And then
And because this is a satin ribbon, what you want to do
is tuck it
tuck
under.
it under. Yep. Or if you had a lighter, you can burnish it.
I didn't put another lighter back in here. I
Okay.
realized the one I had in here for burning threads is was dead. All right, so I'm just gonna pin along the edge of the whole thing, or what?
You can pin on the bottom one. I like to just go right in the center.
Just one?
Yeah,
Oh,
just
okay.
one. And then when you overlap it, that's when you pin the two corners.
Should I just make it nice and tight?
Yep.
And then fold it under to make it nice.
Yep.
And then put a pin on the outside, right?
Yep. Right on the two corners.
Look, I've accomplished something. Now I just need to put a little hangy thing on it, right?
You want to put a bow? You
I'm
can
not
make a bow.
tying a bow.
You
No
don't have to
bows for
tie it.
me.
She had a heck of a time.
I had
doing
a heck
wedding
of a
dress
time.
bow thing.
I did this whole 2-finger under.
Okay, I'll show you an easier way.
Around.
For the flower
and
thing for the
through.
wedding, she had a heck of a time with that bow. She was not happy.
I watched a video. Maybe it was 3 fingers. I don't remember. I watched it. It was over, around, through. I don't remember. What's an easier way?
Okay, because of this
Here, show me with the
thickness,
thin one.
we'll use this one. Because of the thickness of this ribbon, you can actually do this style of bow. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna make. You see, I'm just kind of looping it, and you want to make it so that it's about what is that? 4 inches. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. And maybe a little too big. So I'm gonna make it so that it's about a 3-inch loop on each side. No.
That looks fine.
Looks fine. Yeah. Okay. So just gonna continuously wrap it around. It doesn't have to be like super duper tight. We're just going to wrap it, and you're probably aiming for like 5 loops on each side. So this is 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, so 3. 4. And then this doesn't have to be like even either. 5, and snip it right there. Okay.
What do I do? Put a pin in it and then twist it?
Not exactly. So
What do I
this
do?
is some people call this a pom-pom bowl. So after you get your however many wraparounds you want to do, you can do more. I'm just doing 5. We're going to fold it in half. Okay, and then with the scissors, what you want to kind of do, you'll just kind of taper it off just a little bit, just kind of cutting it at an angle on both sides. Okay, just make sure that you leave, you don't want to cut it so close so that it'll tear apart. So you just kind of want to trim it down just to taper it. Leave about a ½ inch or so. Now, obviously on a ribbon like this, it's too thin to do this technique. So
Yeah.
you wouldn't want to do it with that.
Okay, now what do we do?
Okay. I'm going to take another piece of the ribbon, just slide it right in the middle there. And I'm going to tie it kind of tightly. And just secure it. And we can cut that off. Okay. And I'll let you do this part, but basically you split it.
Okay.
When you split it, you kind of give it a twist right there in the center. And you go in opposite sides. So since I went in this direction on this one, I'm going to pull the next one and go in the opposite direction.
Okay.
Okay. That was the first bow I learned how to make.
I'm making a bow. Well, actually, Eric made half of it. I'm just making the other half. Whatever. Okay, there's my bow. Now, I want... No, this way. Can't always forget. I just want to make it this way. Fold this side. Make it that way. And now I have little bowy ends.
Okay,
And now what do I do with my bow?
Okay, so
It's open as much as I want it.
you got
Because I really don't care.
so you got that half. We'll open the other half.
I did open it. Did it not open good enough?
There, you got it. Okay. Yep, good.
And now I just pin it on?
So this is where hot glue actually would help us. Okay.
Wow.
Yeah, but we don't have any. You have a long pin.
I have a hot glue gun.
Oh,
We can plug it in for
we
2
can
seconds.
use one of those.
This?
No, one of these pins. I think it's long enough.
You can just shove a
Oh,
pin in
my
there.
long yellow pin.
Yep.
Yeah.
And
You guys
we
gonna
can
be on for
take
a while then?
For just another minute.
Okay, we'll have to go
this.
plug this in. Battery's down.
Okay.
And then however you want to make your hanger, that's good. You can, I'm going to just tie a knot through it. Okay, if I were hot gluing this, I would actually not do this knot, and I would just basically put both ends here and then hot glue everything together. But because we're pinning it, I'm putting this knot in just so that the ribbon doesn't slide. And I will take the pin, put it right through everything here. And I'll take the knot and I'll try and split it right down the center.
Putting the pin through the knot.
Yep.
And then pinning center to this.
Yep. And there you go.
Hey! Look, guys, I have an ornament.
Oh, I want to see. I want to see.
It looks like a tiffy. Do you call it a tiffy? And look, I even split my little chingy bobbers. It's perfect.
See, Tiffany can do it. You guys can do it.
Yeah.
It's not hard, right?
Nope, this was not hard at all. This was actually really simple and, Speedy
It's
Gonzalez.
pretty.
That's totally awesome, though. Can you believe it, guys? I made a non-quilty project. Miracles happen on Christmas at Tiffany's Quilting Life.
She got her wings. She got her crafting wings.
I will never do it again, though. That's it. I'm done. Merry Christmas. I did pretty good with my points, though.
That's pretty good, actually. That is good.
For a first timer. I mean, this one's kind of off right there, but I mean, whatever. And this was all just by eye. And look, this is almost equal on the sides, too. Look at that.
Yep.
Where do you get the
No, that one's
instructions
kind of
for
off.
this?
The instructions are pretty much here and now, but Eric has a really
what to do.
detailed video on his channel. If you type explanation Eric, it'll have a link that'll pop up and go to his channel.
Yep.
Alrighty, I'm going to put the camera in the regular position now that they've seen the whole thing put together now. And Eric can finish his while we get off of here with everybody. All right, let's go back to where you can see the both of us.
Kind of put in your thing, but you got two different sides.
There we go. All right, my friends. Well, we're going to let you guys go and enjoy the rest of your Christmas night, or just go to bed because, it's
that's right. East
bedtime
Coast.
for most of us. And Eric and
clean
I
up.
are going to,
I still have a kitchen
he's going to
in
finish his ornament, and
Dining
I'm
room.
going to just be lazy while Scott cleans. And, oh, we have to set up Eric's bed in the fabric room because he gets to sleep surrounded by a room filled with fabric.
I'll be in heaven.
Yep, so we got to do that real quick because that has to be done. Usually it's ready before he gets here, but all right. So thank you all for hanging out, and I hope everyone had a lovely Christmas this year and all the excitement that went on, and I will see you guys in the next video. And don't forget to check out Eric's channel because
And don't forget, she'll be in California.
and don't forget I'll be in California
yeah.
on Wednesday. Yeah,
tell 'em
so
all that.
don't forget, Wednesday the 27th, around 9:30 a.m. I'll be at SewingMachinesPlus at San Marcos, California, but not for I'm not going to be there forever. We're not hanging out for 4, 5, 6, 8, 10 hours. Okay. Which is just going to like 2-hour thing, 3 hours the most. So that way we can get on the road and back home. So bye everybody.
Bye.
Can you figure out where the button is?
It's hard to reach when you can't see
We
it.
can just move the thing.